ounce of marijuana that, as long as you don't have no warrants and all this type of stuff, you will not be arrested. And the maximum fine you can receive, now we'll talk later about why there even is a fine if it's decriminalized. But anyway, the maximum fine you can receive for having less than 1 ounce is $50. $50. Now, if you have more than 1 ounce, but less than 2 ounces, so now you can have up to 2 ounces, and the maximum fine would be $200. You're not supposed to go to jail. They're supposed to give you basically a ticket or some sort, and you're supposed to be able to, and now this is at the discretion, supposedly, of the police. They don't have to give you nothing. They don't have to give you no ticket. They could just let it go. And you're supposed to be able to, smoke anywhere that cigarettes can be smoked. So if it doesn't say no smoking, then you can smoke there. Yes, sir.
One of the articles I read kind of led me to believe that it's also up to the cop's discretion as to whether or not he feels like he's selling them. He feels like you're a user versus someone that's dealing. That could also, I could be wrong, but I believe I read that. That could also have something to do with it.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt that, because and think about it, like, why are they so, dead set against us selling it, but they can sell it? They're the ones putting out these dispensaries and all this type of bullshit, and we already know it's hard as fuck for a black man to try to break into that world. There's a lot of loopholes and shit that they set it up already where it's racially biased. So they don't mind you being a user, a consumer. But when it comes to being a provider, and a distributor, not just in this field, we saw that in the music industry. Like, how many black distributors were there? Like, right. How many black-owned alcohol companies and alcohol, more importantly, distributors are out there? If they're out there, they can be counted on one hand. If they're out there. So it's the same type of thing. We have to be careful with a lot of this weed legalization too when they start coming with these dispensaries and all this type of shit, because now you have these government guidelines where, the weed now has to be treated with certain chemicals and all this type of other bullshit. So a thing that we were smoking to maybe take away cancer is now something that they're using to deliver cancerous agents. Like the devil is really a motherfucker out here. You know what I mean? You got to be careful. Yes, sir. Sid. Uh-huh.
You were speaking about how much could happen at one time.
Yes.
You said it's up to 2 ounces?
Up to 2 ounces, they could charge you up to $200 fine. If you have up to 1 ounce, is a $50 fine.
Okay. For those who don't smoke marijuana, what's a visual on how an ounce looks? How much is this?
I mean, an ounce would be like a little baggie. Let's just say like one of those. We'll throw a picture up of what an ounce looks like on the screen, but for the average person, let's just say a little Ziploc snack bag or something, filled with weed. That could be about an ounce, depending on the density of what you're dealing with. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, like a Ziploc.
Yeah. Which is a nice amount of weed, like this right here. This is probably like an eighth. You see what I'm saying? So you can have way more than this. You know what I mean? And be good. Like, you know what I mean? Which is not bad. You know what I mean? Which is not bad. But now, if it's decriminalized, right? If it's decriminalized, then why am I paying any fucking fine? Because they still got to get their money, huh? Is that what it is? Because that's, first of all, we knew this, that in New York State this shit was going to pass. It seems that dispensaries on the low were already being built in New York City. A lot of people say, yo, you ain't see, they got a dispensary on 14th Street, they got a dispensary on 30th Street and all this type. Yo, they already been doing these shit, and motherfuckers are not going to spend their money if they don't know that laws are already going into effect. You understand what I'm saying? They're not going to even invest that. So that's the sneaky shit you need to understand too about, you know, when people are working behind the scenes, in government and industry, they're privy to certain information that the average person is not privy to. And this is one of those times. I think they definitely knew all of this was coming. And so this is I guess this is something that we can use, because also, something that also goes with this law is if you had a previous marijuana conviction or whatever, that's supposed to be expunged off your record. Now, I think we need to all, like, really check up on this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, check your record after a little time. Give it time to kick in. But supposedly, that shit's supposed to come off your record. So let's fucking see. Right. Just, of course. I mean, yes and no. Again, like people, you know, because there's levels to that shit. I told you, like, I done been to them dispensaries and, like, there's levels to the shit. If you don't have a medical card, you're getting a certain grade of weed that only goes up to here. You understand what I'm saying? Well, if you want that shit, you still got to get you the fucking card. You know what I mean? You still got to get you a medical card. And that costs bread. And I think that's like a yearly, you got to pay something. Right. What, how much is 175? Is he in Long Island?
No, he was actually in the city.
Okay.
That was a fee. And then I had to pay the Department of Health, covers it. That was another fee.
Well, what are the fees? Come on, like help your brothers out.
It's about $250 a week with the doctor. And he basically got to let him know, all right, I need to go to ABC. He approves of it, stamps it, goes to the Department of Health. And you got to pay them another about $100. And then once they approve, you get your card in the mail, and you're able to go to the dispensary.
See, I think they got you. This is here in New York?
This is New York.
Because from what I understand, I know of a doctor here in New York, but he's supposed to be in Long Island. I don't want to advertise him yet because maybe he could, you know what I mean? Anyway, for 175, you go see him, and that's the whole package. Like, and you get the card and all of that.
It's different. The doctors, they can charge what they want to charge.
Right. So I'm saying, sound like you spent about $350, almost $400, when for $1.75 you could have the same outcome. That's all I'm saying. But some are you know.
Yeah. You know what it was?
Some of our viewers might be not as financially astute as you.
No, that's a fact. If you can find it for lower, I'd say find it for your best price. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had family involved in the decision, and you know, the way they thinking is, if it's less, it's not a fix. You know, you can pay a good amount.
Now, I seen the card and all of that. I seen the New York State Department of Health, marijuana, you know what I mean? Marijuana card. Now, I would think that if you had that card and the police, you know what I mean, ran up into you on the street and all of that, that maybe you're not getting fined like somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Because again, it's up to his discretion. So now if you say he catch you smoking weed, but now you don't seem like necessarily everybody else. You actually went through the steps of getting you the card and all of that. You pull this shit on the police. Yo, nigga, I'm prescribed for this shit. You know what I mean? Bam. That motherfucker might be like, you know what? Have a nice day. You know what I mean? Like Roxanne Shante would say. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just letting y'all know, for all of y'all that live in New York, y'all need to be aware that y'all shouldn't have to be as nervous anymore about smoking weed. You can smoke weed the same places that you can smoke a cigarette. As long as the signs don't say no smoking, you supposed to be able to smoke. Huh? No drug test. What you mean? What you talking about?
So, this is like 2 months ago. There's no more drug testing for marijuana. City here, I'm not sure about the state.
Oh, right. Good. Because that ain't no shit to test for. Test for the damn cocaine. That's that. Them the niggas you don't want working on the job. Cocaine and the motherfucking, you know what I mean? Methamphetamines and all that type of shit. Them the crazy motherfuckers that come into work one day and shoot up the whole motherfucking place. You know what I mean? Like, fuck the bullshit. How much time we got? Oh, good. Okay, so moving on. How many of y'all seen this little motherfucking climate change girl? Huh? Did y'all see this little motherfucking climate change? How dare you? How dare you? I should be at school. You are fucking up the world. Yo. And then the little broad, the little old grand, like she literally looks like a little grandma, but like in a little body and shit. Her name is Greta.
You know what got me was the fake climate. You sent me that?
Right.
He was really trying.
She's so upset about the world. I should be at school right now. But you know what you made me do? You made me take a carbon-free emissions boat all the way from Lorry, all the way across the pond. And then then you know what I had to do to keep the emissions down? You know what I had to do? I had to piss in a fucking bucket and shit in a bucket. Oh yeah. She did some crazy shit like that. Crossed the ocean and pissing and shitting in a bucket so that her carbon footprint, will be smaller and not to increase the fucking, the global warming, because her shit her steaming shit is gonna be the one that tips the fucking scales and fucks us all up. The ozone. That's probably what they're talking about. But first of all, so her name is Greta Thunberg. What up, Thun? Greta Thunberg from Stockholm, Sweden. Okay, who's probably suffering from Stockholm syndrome from her goddamn parents who got her on as some climate change hostage or some fucking shit. Because, she's really acting like, how dare you? Like, first of all, let's talk about it. Let's talk about all this climate change shit. Because, and we'll show you a little footage or whatever if you'd like to on the Godcast. But, see, some of y'all wasn't around. But when I was a kid, okay, back in the days, okay, back in the 70s, you know what the whole scare was? global cooling. Global cooling was what they had us fearing. Oh, the next ice age was right around the fucking corner. Global cooling. Like, they had us shitting bricks thinking that we was all gonna be popsicles out this motherfucker at any moment. And they gave us trends of look, it's been the coldest since, recorded temperature and all that type of shit. All this fucking bullshit. They Buffalo had snow for 44 fucking straight days. Ooh, really? I know niggas in Buffalo is like, that happens every year, yo. Like, that happens right now in Buffalo. Ask West Side and them. Ask my nigga Aaron Cooks how many fucking blizzards and shit this nigga be going through a year living up there. So all I'm saying is the scientists and everybody in the 70s were claiming global cooling. Am I lying? YouTube Live. Y'all remember. Y'all motherfuckers that's around my age, y'all remember. It was global cooling. So how do we go from global cooling to global warming? I'll tell you how. Just propaganda. It's the new propaganda. We need you to be scared of always something. We need, and especially in nature, you have to be distrustful of nature. It's either going to freeze you, burn you up, you're going to get smashed maybe by a meteor. Who knows what's going to happen to you, but be distrustful of nature. You know why? Because this is all haphazard. God doesn't exist. You see? God doesn't exist. So if God doesn't exist, then this is all, you know, anything could happen and nobody's looking out for you. So be scared of everything at all moments. And they'll say, oh, well, how can you account for this? Like, they show you all kind of bullshit. They tell you all kind of bullshit every day. And we just believe. Who's telling us this? Who said there's global warming and global cooling? The scientists. What do we say about science? It's the new religion. Who are the new priests? The scientists. Who do we go for? And for shit that we don't fully understand? It used to be the priests and, now it's the scientists. Like, wake up, people. We good. We good. We live in a perfect world, okay? There ain't no global warming. There ain't no fucking global cooling. There's cycles of weather, and we go through them. They're nothing detrimental. Oh, well, what about the Ice Age, Lord Jamar? Who said there was ever an Ice Age? The same people that told you that you came from a monkey and that there were dinosaurs and crazy shit like that? Oh, those people? Yeah, all right. Listen. Little miss, how dare you? Like, hop on a plane, okay? Hop on a plane and take your ass back to motherfucking Sweden because, you're aging yourself before your years. I mean, you look like you're fucking damn near 53 right now, and it's scary. Now, here's the only thing that I think people were cheering for. That same little how dare you that she gave, to the fucking world. She just so happened that the nigga Trump walked in, and she was right there, and she gave him the fucking evil eye too. You know what I mean? So, huh? Right. So, like, she's good at it. Like, she practiced this shit. Like, she might be a little weird. I don't know. I'm just saying, she just, and it's this eye, Like, how dare you? So as soon as she seen that nigga Trump, she was just like, ugh. She just hit him with the one low fucking evil eye. You fucking hoping that his fucking toupee catch on fire or something. But see, that'll cause more carbon emissions. You don't want to do that. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought the little girl was annoying as fuck. And, maybe she annoyed you as much as she annoyed me. But all I'm saying is all this climate change is some game. And yeah, we go through different weather patterns. It is what it is. But we're going to be here, and we're not going to burn up, and we're not going to fucking freeze up. And oceans are not drying up. And don't listen to whatever the fuck they're talking about because they're full of shit. We'll be back after this break. You know what I mean? Godcast. Bye. Exactly. It's like global warming is a term for climate change. Facts. The glaciers melting is why they call it warming. But truth is, they're supposed to melt. LOL. That's what ice does. You stupid motherfuckers. Yo, it's crazy, yo.
The Trump is nuclear weapons. Same shit.
Of course he don't believe in that because he knows the truth. But they'll act like, oh, he's crazy. He's ignoring the science. And that's what they'll keep. How can you ignore the science? How dare you?
I watched the documentary on how nuclear bombs were hoax, and they brought up Hiroshima, right? They said if you drop radiation somewhere, isn't it supposed to be in? You can't occupy it for 25,000 years or something like that until the radiation clears. There's people in Hiroshima now,
Right.
And we supposedly dropped an atomic.
Right.
And
they were fucked up, but they moved on.
They said they dropped 200 tons of like carpet on something like that. So the people was happening to, it's like, it's gonna seem like a nuclear attack. And another thing that made me go up was when you ever see a nuclear explosion or quote unquote nuclear explosion, they said how come like when they show that house that it's exploding, it rips the paint off the house, but the structure of the house still remains when this is supposed to be the most powerful blast ever. Which is ripped off the paint. It gets to the point where I know I went crazy.
So, all right, I need some. I don't even want to talk about this. I guess we got to almost. This Takashi. Yeah, we'll just talk about he's getting the Snapchat series. I mean, what do we think about that? Like,
Like I remember, like we all remember, so we know how it is. But I'm from the era where it just wasn't cool. Like my era was nice. I never got into it like that, but I had homies that was like, even if you're not from the hood, man, you shouldn't be snitching because that's a attitude. That's like shows that you're not really a stand up guy. It shows that if I'm chilling with you and I'm doing some shit, my thing is if you with somebody.
am I hearing about a new Gangstar album?
Yeah, I heard it was supposed to be coming out. They got a single right now
With J. Cole, right?
Yeah.
I heard the single. It was good.
The album dropped
mentioned that.
This weekend, next week. But probably not this Friday, because Kanye's supposed to drop this Friday. I don't think they're gonna do that. So that's the last feature you're gonna hear.
Right, the last feature, no more future.
Alright, so I've never listened to a full Digga album. Oh man,
Me neither.
Forest Hills Live 2014. Was what? 2014 Forest Hills Live. I listened to that shit. The whole album front to back. Yes, but I've been going to. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Male birth control pill passes human safety test.
He said, hell yeah, we need that.
What does it do? Is it like it has to like similar to your sperm? It has to like make your sperm. I probably just feel like your sperm. I'm down with that.
You said what?
I'm down with that. Like, you're fucking lying. Like, I took birth control. Nah, I took my shit.
I don't know, man. They got some 24-hour shit that maybe, but like, I ain't taking it. It gotta be the same thing. Take the shit.
Mine is not. Mine's crazy. Like, yo, I'm 37 now, bro. Like, my pull-out game is. It's taking some time.
I get the hell yeah. That's what 20 years. I take no out.
Here's my side.
One time I did.
Is someone live?
Yeah. They don't know what's like. Here's
That's
my.
what I'm saying. It gotta be a 24. It gotta be like 24 hours. Take it from.
Here's my thing. 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 I never knew a mouth that got pregnant. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's where I like to end up at. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. That's just me, though. That's just me. But yeah, we could talk about that though. I mean, what'd you say? Male birth control pill?
I wanted to know. This needs to be discussed. We need to bring light to this. We just need light to people.
Well, no, that's an important part of the bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it's all about birth control. You understand?
Ovulation control.
And you said it passed what?
It passed the human health test.
It's gonna be a handmaid's tale.
Yo, what's up with that Jeffrey Epstein case? Somebody that's dead now?
He died. Well, he died. I thought they were still in that.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, but where's the...
They ain't saying nothing
No.
else after that.
I haven't the victims to talk about nothing. I haven't investigated other people. Documents.
Like everything just died with him, right?
I'm just saying.
That's
Like,
what they wanted.
right. That's good.
Everybody and their mama was fucking with that dude.
And it, like, I get it because if you're at the top of the food chain, you literally control the laws, the prison, this, that, and the third. You got billions of dollars. Of course, your homies are gonna build you out in some way and lie in public. To us, all that stuff is far fetched because you're not used to having that much power that they have. Push buttons. They're about to change more. They're about to talk about the laws. They're about to change the and all that. But there's actually people that decide that. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the government. You can call the warden and be like, yo, get out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Call the company that owns the jail because it's a poverty owned company. So,
How do you know the age?
it's gonna have to be like some.
You know, like 13?
What you talking about?
Like the birth control for the men, like what age?
That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna start it from as soon as you can squirt. As soon as that shit turn from puppy water to
I'm not familiar with
What?
that.
huh?
You guys never had. So I don't know how to swear. I'm saying that.
We always have
What? When do we produce sperm?
Yes.
Probably a little after y'all have your period. You know what I mean? So if a girl has her period around 11, a dude might start producing sperm around 12, 13 maybe.
How do you know?
Oh, you know. Because it turns different. Because you start shooting puppy water before that. You see? And they call it puppy water because it's much thinner. It's a different thinner consistency. What? This is fucking bio class right now. So it's a thinner consistency, and you know what I mean. And it's just like
As a child, you wake up.
when you first nut, it's totally different than that puppy water that was coming out. It was just like, you might be kissing with a girl for a long time, and then your shit feel a little wet inside your pants, and but it's not. You know, it was almost water. You know what I mean? When you finally, whoa! And then when that comes, and then you just see the consistency, like, this is something totally different. Yeah, this is it, y'all. This is it.
Why are you disrespectful?
I'm respectful. First, I'll let you know. After that, it's over. It's over. Oh, he showed me the. He definitely got that. So you can just go right to the extension right now.
All right. Digga not going nowhere. Relax.
I was trying to try different alternatives. You don't like the feeling. Yeah, I don't like the feeling. How do you feel? They only have.
So wait, do you drink alcohol?
I mean, like on occasion.
Okay. Because I would not want to be, I'd rather be high than drunk.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? And especially when you're drunk to where the room is spinning type of shit. That's the worst.
I hate that shit.
Like weed can never do that to you. Like
Most I get was the giggles and you don't feel love when you smoke. Making a panic attack if I'm doing too much, depending on what I'm doing.
See, I've never had no panic attack from no weed.
I had
The first time
I smoke.
I did it, I told my cousin. The first time, like he been knocking me for it. It's a private house. Yo, I ran from the basement up to the first floor, bust the door open. And I was like, but it's really just how we overthinking. Oh, man. I was 27.
I don't smoke no airy nigga. You crazy?
So my first time really smoking was in 2000. I didn't care. I just front like I was high. I never.
I like this. Oh, where you used to front? Oh, where you a front ass nigga? Where? Come on, let's go.
Just say no time.
I had my first one like 13, 14. It was good, but then niggas started smoking on this sour shit, and my head was like,
That's what I know.
can't do it.
So you rather just like that.
I'd rather not smoke at all. like, nah, I had to vape shit too. Like, and we just still. But you know what it is? I think I gotta go. I gotta go to real dispensary for real physical shit. Like, we got different shit. In New York, you only got 3 levels, like high CBD, balance, low CBD.
It's all like an indica versus a sativa. The indica is more like a body high, and indica is liquid. I think sativa is like sour and all that shit.
And the sativa is the head hop.
Yeah,
I like it. Sometimes it depends.
that's what I
freestyle and shit like that.
Tell an artifact story. Maybe. Remind me later.
You like, yo, another check the fucking order.
Give me a sound check real quick, Lord.
Sound check. 1 2 1 2.
Sound check.
1 1 1.
Good. All right. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Give me a sound check.
Mic check.
Give me a mic check.
Mic check.
Give me another mic check.
Mic check.
All right, brother. 3, 2, 1, 4. Godcast scene 2, take 1.
Peace. Welcome to Yanadameen Godcast. I'm Lord Jamar. My co-hosts Digga and Godfrey, they are not here this week, but it's not because, any kind of beef or anything. They just across seas doing shows. They took a plane and they put a great big carbon footprint, and I'm sure little Greta would be shaking her fucking finger at them. How dare you take a fucking plane over there to get your money? Well, little Greta, that's what they did. And, they over here. They over there. But they'll be back next week. And, we miss them. We appreciate them. And, have no fear. They ain't going nowhere. Motherfuckers ain't sabotaging this shit that easy. Oh no. Anyway, we appreciate you coming back with us. YouTube Live is in the house. They saying some good on here, some good shit on here. We might take some of what they're saying later and talk with the people. But once again, yes, if you'd like to donate to the show, go to cash.me/$, patreon.com/, Yanadameen.com/support, or bounty.com/. Any amount is appreciated. We thank you. We striving to do for self. If you want to have somewhere that that your information, peace, Omar, Black Lady Theater in the house. If you want to go somewhere where your information is not being co-opted by the, corporate powers that be, well then come on here and support your people. Shout out to my $1 a week club. Shout out to my soon-to-be $1,000 club. I know y'all motherfuckers is out there. Let's go. Matter of fact, Sha Rock is the first one. Is in the 1,000. Like, there actually is somebody in the $1,000 club. Shout out to Sha Rock, the first member of the $1,000 club. We love you. Well, shit. If we keep it a buck, my nigga Chinese Puff, he in the $5,000 club. Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Chinese Puff. That's my executive producer. So anyway, let's get right to the shits. The guy that everyone is calling, I don't even want to really talk about this guy, but you almost have to. That's right. Tekashi Snitch. No. I like to call him the new Usher. You know what I mean? Because he got more confessions than Usher. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to Snitch 9, his thing is like, If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. You know what I mean? Like that's his inspiration. And let me just say, the internet, you just gotta love the internet. Like y'all are so creative. Like the Tekashi memes that I'm seeing. Maybe we could put some of them up. But like I seen one where he was like, they got him sitting in court. He's opening up a paper. He's like, this is the stingray that killed Steve. Talking about Steve Irwin. Then he said, Jesus isn't real. The letter J didn't exist back then. Yo, this nigga telling on. Huh? Oh yeah, Spider-Man is real identity is Peter Parker. And nigga Spider-Man was like, yo, this is some fucking bullshit. We gotta do something about this fucking kid.
You see the Tommy one?
The what?
Tommy from Martin?
No.
Tell everybody where I work at.
Oh shit. Yo, that's hilarious. Yo, Tommy really works at. Oh shit. Or Tommy don't have a job. Like, let's keep it real. So, apparently, Tekashi 6ix9ine is getting a Snapchat docuseries? Like, what is this? Like, when has Snapchat, first of all, is this something they've been doing? Because I haven't fucked with Snapchat in a while. Like, I know everybody was on the Snapchat for a minute, and then it seemed like nobody was fucking with Snapchat. But then maybe the Kardashians got back on Snapchat, so a few people was fucking with it again. Is Snapchat cool again? Talk to me. Talk to me. Michaela?
Yeah.
Oh shit, she said it's cool again, huh?
It's cool again, but I use more like popping.
That's what I'm saying. It has all the features. I felt like, listen, how many fucking stories am I supposed to have? You see what I'm saying? Because it was like, oh, so you mean I have to have a Snapchat story and an IG story and a Facebook story? Like, how many fucking stories? Like this, you know, I know there's 8 million stories in the naked city, but I only have one. You know what I mean? So how many fucking stories do you want me to create for all these platforms? This shit was getting crazy. And so I was like, yo, IG, man, y'all got the best of both worlds. Like, you know what I mean? So it seemed like a lot of people landed with IG. But apparently, this guy is getting a little show, basically, on Snapchat, where they're going to be going into his, you know, the rise and fall of Tekashi 6ix9ine. And, you know, it's supposed to be like up to the minute. You know what I mean? So it's going to include all of these transcripts and tapes and whatever else fucking happens. Talk to me.
Versus the real, he's actually picking up the first season of the Snapchat docuseries about people's like lives to, like you said, family.
Wait, what's the first what?
So versus the real, and he's picking up the first season.
Oh, so what? They do one artist per season? Okay.
And they said his story is like intriguing.
I mean, it is intriguing.
Definitely.
Like, this shit is playing out like a movie with footage and everything. Like, they got footage of when the niggas run up on them in the car. You know what I mean? They got all kind of wiretaps and shit like that. Like, this is type of shit you see on Mission Impossible, and you know what I mean? Like, this is some real high espionage, you know, crime drama shit. And now he's snitching for his life.
Like
The driver.
Turned snitch because he might get deported. Like, that's
Right. They had ice on his ass. First of all, why they choose that driver? Why they choose him? You know, because I'm going to keep it real. Like, back in the days, I used to have a driver. You know what I mean? Like, when they used to have OJs and shit back in the days, my nigga 9-0 was my motherfucking driver. 9-0 was a cool Jamaican motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, he the type of motherfucker that you would want to have around. Like, the nigga that had him driving looked like a corny, like, you know. Just a
That
corny,
was,
just a
baby
corny
mama's
dude.
uncle or something like that.
Oh, so there was a connection. He was doing him a favor. Why you don't let Pablo drive for you? Man, fuck that nigga. He corny. I'm saying he drives a fucking a car, car service. He's already doing it. Oh, you mean the car with the cameras inside? That's the car you want me to drive around in? Okay, sounds like a good idea. Because if I'm going to tell it, then I got to tell it all. Yeah, that nigga. So are y'all going to watch this? I mean, is this something that y'all are interested in? Talk to me.
I mean, I probably end up watching it based off whatever's going on. End up seeing scenes from it. I just think I find it interesting. Like the other day, I went back and looked at his old record stuff. Version, how gangster he was versus listening to how proper he's talking in the courtroom.
He almost sound like a police to
That's
me.
what I'm saying. Like he sounds super proper. Like he's on point with it. It's like
You know, things of that nature. This nigga saying shit like things of that nature. Nigga, what kind of police talking ass nigga? Who the hell says things of that nature except the police? Like, the fuck are you talking about? Things of that nature. Holy shit. Wait, what's... Okay, so moving on. Fuck this dude. Moving on. So I'm hearing rumors of a new Gangstar album. We hearing about that? Do we fact check that? Because there's a single out there right now with Guru on it, featuring J. Cole. Produced by Premier. It's obviously a Premier produced beat. I thought it was just a song, but I'm hearing now from my good people at YouTube Live that, oh yeah, there's an album coming about that. Coming from this. And if so, nigga like me is excited. Nigga like me is excited to hear something like that. Also, we got some Guru verses that, you know what I mean? That we haven't heard before, that can be put on some new Premier joints, or maybe some joints that are old that we never heard. I don't know. But maybe spice it up with some of the iller lyricists of today. Or, hey, that could be some shit. Okay. Well, listen, y'all can hint at it. Y'all don't need a release date. These days, just dropping some shit is the thing to do. You know what I mean? Next Thursday at 3, that shit just might be out. You did? Like that's the way motherfuckers do shit nowadays. Like, you ain't even gotta announce when your shit is coming, really. Why? Either they fucking with it or they not. Like, that's kind of how it seems these days. So on this single though, J. Cole makes an appearance and he also sent out a tweet or something saying like this was the last of his like features on tracks and shit like that. You know what I mean? That he's not doing no more features. How do we feel? Care? Are we happy? Or was he doing too many features? Is it time for him to stop? I don't know. Like, because usually when I hear him on a feature, it sounds like it's always with somebody I wouldn't expect him to even do a song with. Like, you know what I mean? And he'll exist on there. He'll say some shit like that I guess is dope, but I don't know. Talk to me. Talk to me, younger generation. I want to hear your thoughts on this too, Johnny Fast, man.
I'm grateful for you, and I want out. I like the features doing this thing. I'd rather say that than people.
Okay. Johnny Fast, what do you think?
So I think that I don't know, man. J. Cole is bugging to me, right? So yeah, he's been on a couple features. He did something with like 21 Savage.
he did something like, yo, but
And these are people that I feel like, why are you doing shit with 21 Savage? And like, I don't know, it just doesn't make full sense to me, except you're trying to like dabble your hand in a gangsterish
exactly.
arena that you really don't belong in. So go ahead.
And the criticism for me is that like he didn't really do much features before. So like 2019 he decided to do mad features, but before that he wasn't really doing nothing either. So I'm like, are you about to go back to Shell? Is he in album mode? You know, so I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see. But, yeah, I want to album.
Yeah, well, for me, you know, I'm more excited at the prospect of a Gangstar album, you know, than anything. Because that, you know,
Yeah, it's been like 16 years.
right, and that would just bring back so many memories and just the chance to present us with, you know, new memories almost. Like, you know, would be some dope shit, you know? That would be some dope shit. So, yeah, I look forward to see if that's gonna happen. What's that? Okay. Oh man. So this week in New York, what's this in the Bronx? A man jumps on the subway tracks in front of a train holding his young daughter. And kills himself, and miraculously, the baby girl lives. What could be so bad in one's life? See, I just don't understand the suicide philosophy, or like I've never understood what could be so bad in your mind about life that you would want to take your life. But then, not just that, you want to drag somebody else into it too. Like, what kind of cowardice bullshit is that, if you think about it? Like, because at the end of the day, we all make choices. And if you choose to take your life, well, goddamn it, I guess it is your life. You know what I mean? That's your choice. Not a good choice, but it's your choice nonetheless. But now to be such a coward, to be like, well, wait a minute, I don't want to do this by myself. Like someone needs to come with me, you know, and they did not choose this. You see what I'm saying? They did not choose this. It's like you riding down the road and then all of a sudden, you know, that nightmare of your man is like, you know what, I just want to end it all. And then, you know, now he drive both y'all niggas into a motherfucking head-on into a truck. You like, what the fuck did I do? Nigga, I'm like, I did not make this choice. But you're going to take a little baby. Your own baby. I mean, anybody's baby, but your own baby. And use that as your companion for your cowardice act. You know, for you to make a whatever kind of decision that you make. You know? But sometimes, you know, life has other plans. You see? So this nigga thought, yeah, I'm gonna take myself out and I'm gonna take her with me. Nope. Just gonna take yourself, motherfucker. You're gonna take yourself. These good Samaritans gonna pull your daughter from out of there because you're crazy ass. You know what I mean? you know, the thing about this, you know, that I always come back to is we live in a mental world, y'all. Do you understand that he did that because life was fucked up in his mind? You see what I'm saying? In his mind, it was fucked up. In your mind, shit was cool. That's why you're not ready to kill yourself or whatever. You know what I mean? In your mind, you feel like, yeah, life is good enough for me to keep waking up every day. Like, you know what I mean? I'm down for this shit. It's good enough. Like I'm having a good time. That's insane. I've had such a great time. Why was life is what you make it. You know what I mean? Like in your mind. You see what I'm saying? So if you think positive thoughts, life is gonna be heaven. And if you think negative thoughts, life is gonna be hell. And for those people that I feel like, you know, feel like they gotta commit suicide and shit like that, they believe in their mind that life is hell. Now some of them are being pushed down that road though with, you know, these prescription drugs and shit like that. What's the side effects of a lot of these drugs that you see on? Huh? If you have suicide, if you feel like, you know what I mean, killing your family, if you feel like jumping in front of a train with your daughter, please, you know, you contact your physician. And they'll see about maybe discontinuing your use. Like, this shit is crazy, yo. Like, you gotta get your mind right. You know what I mean? Like, we all gotta get our mind right. That's where the revolution is. You know? And that's why they say the revolution won't be televised, because it's in your mind. You know, and what you do is a manifestation of it, but it all first starts in your mind. You know, so understand that the physical aspect is secondary. See, most people try to change the physical world and forget about the mental world. And I'm just saying, knowledge comes first. That's the mental. Wisdom is second. See what I'm saying? That's the ways and actions. That's the manifestation of what's in your mind. That's when what's in your mind, now you start doing what's in your mind. And number 3, understanding is the result. You see? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Gases, liquids, and solids. But it starts with the knowledge. So get your mind right. Get your knowledge right. So that you're not out here jumping out of windows, jumping in front of trains, fucking, you know. Whatever fucking dumb shit, you know, that would make you not value this gift that is life. But rest in peace, you know, to the brother. And I'm just happy that nothing happened to the little girl. Well, we got 5 minutes, you say? Is that enough to talk about? You know what? I might need a little more time with that last topic. You know what? Let's go to break, and then we're going to come back and talk about some bullshit that I'm hearing, but some people are happy about it. Johnny Fastlane. How dare you? Man, we're going to come back and talk about male birth control, y'all. You know what I mean, Godcast? Yeah, it's out there.
Yo, for years I've been like, yo,
For years. I've been praying for something like this. And finally,
Yo, Jay, did you hear about this rapper Russ that said it's not important for you to blow up in your hometown first?
oh my God.
Like, I want to hear your thoughts about that.
Russ, isn't he the white rapper?
Yeah, Italian must be right.
Right, but he tried to agree with me on something, didn't he? He agreed about something, that he is a guest. I think Russ said he is a guest.
Oh, he might have said that.
Yeah, right, yeah, I would imagine saying that.
He said it's not important to blow up in your hometown first.
Right.
He said with social media and all
Yeah, he said with social media and all that.
streaming and all that stuff, like why do you feel like to rappers who feel like they need the backing of their city, that's like a whole way thing. Right? For me, I think that it just depends on what kind of rapper you are, right? If you're a rapper from the streets, like you need to know and feeling ain't behind you, you looking crazy, right?
Right. Right.
But if you're Russ, then that's okay. You know you ain't got to go in your own city, right?
I don't know where Russ is from. So it just
Say
says a
you
lot.
Or if you like a chance to rapper, then it doesn't really matter, right? But if you casting over 2 times, you might want to put them behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like it gives that authenticity, it gives that validity that your streets are fucking with, you know?
That's true.
That's odd.
Okay,
You gotta play.
So
it said Russ just exposed Atlantic Records and all record labels. What's that about?
I think from my stream, fake stream. That I don't know. You said the streams ain't real.
It said breaking news. Tekashi just 6ix9ine just told Augustus killed Supreme Allah.
oh my god.
That's a good one.
He took it back.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of pro-black people doing some of the memes.
Thank you, Vernell Richardson.
Power, we're going to talk about Shane also.
Oh, yes. Yes. Where's that article? Yes, let's talk about it. And I'm glad that Digga's not here. She can't cut me off. She can't cut me off. Yep, let's do it.
Godcast, final scene, scene 3, take 1.
Yeah. Peace. Welcome back to Yanadameen Godcast. Lord Jamar, my co-host, Rod Digga, and Godfrey. They are not here this week, but it's only because they overseas doing some shows, getting their euros, and they will be back next week. It is all love. We do not have any problems. We love to come fuck with y'all every week. But this week, I'm holding it down by myself. It is what it is. This is how we started. And, we got no problem doing it on my own. Before we continue, if you'd like to donate to the show, go to cash.me/$, you know what I mean? Patreon.com/Yanadameen, Yanadameen.com/support, or Bounty.com/Yanadameen. Oh, you like that fucking editing shit we got going there, right? Right? Ha, 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 ha! Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? Start switching on you. Shit. Shout out to YouTube Live in the house. So yeah, before we left, we said we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about some new age bullshit that we just heard about, and that's the concept of male birth control. Okay, supposedly a male birth control has been passed by some, health organization, and I guess that's something that's going to be coming to the shelves real soon for you guys. So how do we feel about this? How do we feel about male birth control? One of our interns. Well, maybe he can express it because he said, and I quote, "What'd you say?"
So for years, for me, I've been looking for like a male birth control. It's like, women, they be lying. They be like, yeah, I took my pill. They ain't really take it. They trying to trap you. For me, if I'm taking my pill, I know I'll be there.
Like, listen, I took mine.
You can do whatever you want to do. You can just let it go. You know what I'm saying? And you know?
So let me ask you something. So say they give you a male birth control pill, and it stops you from being able to have a baby, not just that time though. Like, you take this shit and it stops you for, let's say, 2 years at a time.
I mean, yeah, 2 years is crazy, but if it works the same way as like a female birth control,
Like every month.
Yeah, if they miss it that month, then they don't get pregnant. It's cool. You know, just wait 30 days.
Because I feel like the new model though is, oh nah, this shit's gonna go like a year, 2 years.
I mean, that's
so now you gotta really decide, like, hold up, 2 years, like maybe I would want to get somebody pregnant within that 2 year span. What if you know what I mean? Like, what kind of rash decision is this? Just because I'm a selfish ass nigga who just want to nut around right now, maybe I want to create life at some point later. Now what do I do?
Well, hopefully it ain't like that, but we would never know, right? You know how they like to set us up, so.
Right.
They got side effects too.
They got side effects that are listed? Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the side effects.
It says side effects, meanwhile, with fewer mild. 5 million on the pill reportedly moderate decreased sex drive.
Oh, shit.
2 described mild erectile dysfunction. But sexual activity was not decreased. No participants stopped taking it because of side effects, and all of them passed the safety test.
So hold up. So you gotta let's unpack that slowly. This is a pill. So it's not supposed to get women pregnant, right? It's a birth control. Now keep in mind, birth control and black people, those two things are bad. Okay? But anyway, this is a birth control, right? Now, one of the first side effects are what?
Decreased sex drive.
Bam! Let's stop right there. Well, that's birth control in itself. If I don't want to fuck, that's part of what they're going for. Because birth control is very important to these people, these genetically recessive people. Now, next symptom was
Mild erectile dysfunction.
What the fuck is? First of all, whenever something is mal, okay, it's bad. But how do you have mal erectile dysfunction? If it's dysfunctional, it's already mal, right? That's what I would feel, right? Huh? Listen, It gets a little hard. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I guess
Like mal means semi sorta. Like a mal-erectile dysfunction. It's like half hard. It's like, yeah, yeah. You know, because they said it didn't stop sex. So I know what they're saying there. Like, you know, when you're not fully hard, but it's hard enough to go in. Like, you know what I mean? It's hard enough. Like, if you stuff it in, like, it'll go in. But like, you really not that hard right at this moment. Like, you know, might be like 10 nuts down, and it's just like, come on. No, I don't even know why we're still doing this. But okay. And then, like, you know. So maybe that's what they're saying. It gives you that. That's what mal-erectile dysfunction is. Got it. Now I understand. So it gives you half dick. It gives you decrease in sex drive, give you half dick, and what else? Those are the things. Okay. Well, goddamn. I say pull out, you know. We got some pull-out masters in this bitch, yo. That's all I'm saying. I know people that have survived on the pull-out for years and years and have never had any qualms. Shout out to you, bro. We might even, you know what I mean? Shout out to you. Get that man a trophy or some shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, this is all part of the fuckery. You know that, right? Like male birth control. Like, it's also trying to reverse the roles. You know, put the man in a woman's role however we can. Make him hold a pocketbook, make him take birth control, make him, you know, like, whatever we could do to try to feminize the man, we're going to do it. And that just seems like one other thing. Like, men got his birth control. If he want to wear a condom, that was man's birth control. Now, a lot of niggas don't like to wear condoms, but that was a man's form of birth control. That's what a man would use. You know what I mean? And women would take the pill. I'm on the pill. Now you're going to be saying you and your girl is on the pill, huh? You see what I'm saying? You see the flip, you know? You see the flippage in that? You going to feel good about that? Johnny? Well, me and my girl, we're both on the pill. You know? Yeah, we're on the pill. She's on the pill, I'm on the pill. We both on the pill. Mm-hmm. What pill? Birth control pill. Mm-hmm. We both take birth control pills. A word? What else do y'all both do? So, you know, soon as Summer's Eve gonna have like a man douche or some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Like. Matter of fact, they probably do. Is there? Yeah, Summer's Eve, I would bet that Summer's Eve has like a ball spray. Huh?
Yeah.
Now, see, I wouldn't want Summer's Eve. Anybody else could make it. I'll get a ball spray from anybody else but Summer's Eve. You see what I'm saying? That's like using some shit from the makers of Secret and all. Like, ain't no nigga want to use Secret. Like, now maybe the parent company is, you know, Johnson & Johnson, and we didn't, you know. But you don't want to use something that's directly from Secret. Now it's made for a man's secret. Do you want to use that, John? I'm just saying, like, and it's not shitting on, hey, and it's not shitting on ladies' deodorant, like, I'm just saying, like, this man shit and this women shit, like, you know what I mean? And I don't know if men should be taking birth control pills, you know? So now that I put it that way, now, now that I put it that way,
I hear it.
you feel where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Plus the fact that, life is sacred. We need to be promoting more life instead of promoting this whole birth control shit. Like, why? All of this shit about scarcity, that's more fear, that's more like the climate control, and there's enough to go around for everybody. Trust me. We're not gonna, there's too many people, there's not enough food on the earth, and all this. The fuck out of here. That's bullshit. Or they'll talk about cows. Well, listen, stop eating cows then. We don't need to eat cows. But trust me, fruits and vegetables, there's enough infinitely. We good. When one blade of grass is pulled out, 2 blades grow back. That's the law of abundance. So stop letting them put you in a fearful state. Okay? Moving on. Wait, damn. It's a shame. You ain't messing around with my heart. Shame. Now, I want to shout out to Rod Digga because, I don't know, I just feel like if she was here, she'd fight me on this one. No, you shouldn't shame people. Well, you're not here this week, Digga. So, in the past, I've said it here on the Godcast. I said shame is necessary. Shame is a tool that civilized people and is used in societies to curtail bad behavior amongst its members. In these days you have people talk about, this shaming and that slut shaming and victim shaming and fat shaming and, everything is about shaming. Can we please stop shaming? As if shame was the bad thing and not the behavior that shame is trying to curtail. So you've got people, Lord Jamar, well, for some people that need the white man's approval or co-sign for something, an article and study just recently came out. And here's the headline. It says, psychologists who studied shame around the world say it's an essential part of being human. Just to read a little bit of it, it says, there's a school of thought that says shame is a social construct. We only learn to feel inadequate and exposed because our particular culture sends us messages about what falls outside the realm of acceptability. But an international group of psychologists and anthropologists are putting forward an entirely different theory. Perhaps shame is universal, an evolved mechanism that helps us avoid behavior that would make our social group stop valuing us. In a paper published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Science of the United States of America, these researchers suggested that shame may be a basic part of human biology. Now, I'm going to drop the mic right there because this is basically what the fuck I've been saying the whole time. we'll talk about extreme cases when somebody might have been shamed and it led them to, again, in their mind, life was so bad that this shaming led them to want to commit suicide or some shit like that. That doesn't mean we throw shaming out the window. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way they're trying to act nowadays, as if we throw shame out the window. And again, one of the famous sayings of today is, "Ain't no shame in my game." You know what I mean? That means you'll do whatever the fuck, whenever the fuck, because you don't care. You don't care about the repercussions of shame. But shame is something that helps society move forward and not have members in the society doing things that are adverse to the society. Thus, this is why you have shame. So anybody want to speak on it? Or do we have a problem with it?
Keeps water. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when it gets to that extreme that you're talking about, that definitely is bullying. It's not good. So, I think we need.
But is it bullying or is it a weak person?
My opinion, I think it's a weak person, but society will label it bullying, so we correct. But yeah, it's definitely a weaker person. There's no mentality. We talk about it all the time. It's all in the person's mentality.
Right. And what you put value on. It's what you value. So if you value the thoughts, and opinions of strangers, or if you just, or maybe they're not strangers. Maybe they're your immediate peers. Maybe these are the ones that you value their opinion. Now it all depends how much you value their opinion. You know what I mean? I get bullied every day on the internet. Every day. Now, what stops me from killing myself? What stops me? I'll tell you what stops me. Is the people that are trying to bully me. I devalue so much. Like, I look down on these people so much that their opinion of me means nothing. It can't affect me. Like, since when, again, does a live nigga care what a bitch nigga think? We never have. We never will. Okay? So, you can hurl all your bitch nigga shit that you want. It doesn't affect me because I'm above it. You see what I'm saying? I'm above it. I'm looking down on you. Like, so, go ahead. Hurl all your shit at the top of the mountain that you want. It's never going to reach me. It's never going to reach me because I'm above you. You see? So, this is why I'm unaffected. And even if people who were where I'm at mentally were to hurl some shit at me, my love of life, like just suicide would never come into my mind. You know what I mean? It would never come into my mind. So, I don't know. It's all about, some of us are stronger and some of us are weaker. you know, and the weaker ones, when more weight is applied, they're gonna bend to the weight. You know what I mean? They're gonna fall to the pressure, you know, and that's just what the fuck happens. But that don't mean we throw out weightlifting. You know what I mean? That don't mean we throw out weights because weights build muscle.
Sometimes I think shame could be needed. Like, what if you like super fat person, you just walking around here and nobody's telling you like fat shaming you, like, yo, go to the gym or get on a diet or something like that. That's for your own
Like,
health.
yo, take that candy bar out your fat ass mouth.
You grown, you should know to do that yourself.
Like, yo,
Sometimes-
didn't your fat ass just eat something?
Right.
Like, for real. Because that's, yo, sometimes you got to go hard on the motherfucker to let him know. Like, yo, my nigga, your fat ass just ate 10 minutes ago. Like, I know the digestion process takes at least, you know what I mean? And then you hit him with the digestion process, like, you know? 30 minutes, god damn. So yeah, shame, man. It's not about being mean. You know what I mean? It's about saying what you're doing is something that in society we don't accept it. It's not accepted. We look down upon it. You know what I mean? And it devalues you in a way. You know what I mean? Now, if you want to do that, that's cool. But here's how we're going to look at you. And so now you got people who are fighting to basically be able to do whatever it is they want to do, try to remove the shame, and actually shame you for shaming them.
Shame.
You're a shame shamer. Right.
It's actually like encouraging, like, especially when it comes to like fat people and stuff. Like, I know people that are big and they actually do like these shows or whatever. These runway shows. So she's doing, not able to do that. She does these runway shows, but it kind of encourages them. These like all big women, and you're like, you look great, you look this, you look that. But
Right. And it's all game. It's all try to make them feel good about doing wrong. And then when next lady drops dead from a heart attack next week, they all gonna be boo-hooing and, oh, you know, she was so young and all this stuff. Well, you was the one cheering her on, talking about how good she looked in the fat girl pageant, and you didn't want to tell her the truth. Like, girl, you need to stop. You got cankles. I don't know where your ankles begin and your shin ends. Like, this shit is crazy. Please stop it. Like, you know, you're going to have to go on a diet. You're eating too many cakes and cookies. And, you know, you're looking like the people from the clumps. It's not a good look for you, sister. It's not a good look. Did you want to say something, Sid?
Yeah.
Before we go?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that might be a new generation thing.
It is a new generation thing.
My grandma used to say that to us all the time. Like, have you no shame? You know what I'm saying? Whenever you get something stupid, have you no shame? Like, you don't feel bad or feel crazy about the shit you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that whole shame and shit, all that, that's a new shit.
Right. So we got to get rid of all of that bullshit. We got to get rid of all this shit, this mansplaining shit. There's a lot of shit we got to get rid of, man, because it's a lot of new age bullshit that we not going for. We're not going to just capitulate and just roll over and just go with the times. Oh, no. Fuck that shit. There's rules to this shit, and we got these shits already in place. Don't try to change and flip it and bounce it now. But listen, we appreciate you coming and joining us every week, and what would be a shame is if you didn't come back, okay? But listen, we appreciate y'all. Thank you for joining us, joining me once again, joining the team. Listen, for Godfrey, for Rod Digga, And yes, for myself, Lord Jamar, Yanadameen Godcast. Peace! Yeah. All right. All right, y'all. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I appreciate y'all coming through.